You ever took a bite of your eggs and thought, man, this could have been better? Trust me, we've all been there, even coming from an egg specialist himself. I wasn't always his great. It took a lot of time. I make eggs all the time, and I got so easy at it, all thanks to watching chefs such as Gordon Ramsay giving me tips and tricks on how to advance my cooking skills. Today, I'm going to be going over 5 quick and easy steps on how to prepare your eggs. We'll be going through gathering the ingredients, beating the eggs, controlling the temperature, stirring the right way, seasoning at the end, and last but not least, cleaning up behind yourself. Yes, this is very important, but not everyone does it. The first step is gathering your ingredients. First thing that you need is egg, of course, a whisk, a nonstick pan, butter, salt, pepper, and a spatula. If you want to get fancy, you can even add cheese and herbs to your liking. Hey, it's only if you're feeling fancy, and we don't judge. Feel free, eat however much you want. The non-stick pan can improve texture and avoid the eggs from getting stick. This is very important because we're trying to get that soft, delicate texture, not that crunchy, rubbery, dry texture, which is very the negative of the ultimate eggs. Step 2 is beating your eggs. First, you want to grab your egg, crack it into a bowl, and whisk them until the whites and yellow become one, or until there's no more streaks. Gordon Ramsay said in his masterclass, fully cooking is crucial for cooking to get that soft, creamy texture. You can add a splash of milk if you want for that extra creamy, but it's not required. Very optional, but most people it's very recommended. Step 3 is controlling the heat. Heat your pan on medium-low. This is what I call the golden buzzer. This is the main temperature you want it to sit at to cook, and then you can go get a glass of water, come back, and just let it cook, right? Also, another method that I like to call is the on and off switch. This is when you turn the temperature up to the stove on high and you alternate it back down to low, creating that consistency to cook a little bit faster, but also slow down at the time that you want. On and off switch, it's a classic. You want it to barely sizzle. Butter helps preserve the flavor, so that's when you begin to add the butter, and that's why the butter is important. Step 4 is stir with patience. Pour the eggs into the pan. You stir slowly with the spatula. Make sure you scrape the edges. Protein is protein. You want to scrape the edges. You want to get every last drop to create that. Yes, it matters. If it gets too hot, lift the burner off the pan because you're pouring the eggs in there. At this time, the stove is already at the temperature of the pan is already the temperature of the stove. So when you pour it in there, it's going to start cooking. You want to slightly remove the pan to avoid it from cooking too fast, right? And then place it back down once the whole consistency of the egg is in there. You're aiming for soft, fluffy eggs, not dry, buttery, rubbery ones. Step 5 is seasoning your eggs. Once your eggs are almost done, add salt, pepper, or anything else you like. Doing this too early makes them watery. And like I said, if you're feeling fancy, you can add your cheese and your herbs afterward. Step 6, last but not least, is cleaning up behind your environment. This is very crucial. Most people do not consider it as a step, but I think it should be. There's nothing bad about grabbing your eggs after you're done the shell, throwing it away, cleaning up behind yourself, and sanitizing your area. This helps create your environment clean so you can keep creating more foods without being interrupted by insects, bugs, anything such as that nature. So you want to grab you a towel and some cleaning supplies, spray your area down, good. Grab the rag, clean the area. All the crumbs go straight into the floor. You brush those onto the floor. Next, you grab your broom, sweep up those crumbs, and place it in the trash. So that's it. Today we went through 6 steps: gather, beat, control heat, stir with patience, season, and clean up behind yourself at the end. Next time you're hungry, remember that you can whip up a good scrambled egg in 5 minutes. I challenge all of you to try some eggs, try to get that right consistency, and don't be afraid to try again, because not everyone is an expert at the first time doing things. It's a small skill, but trust me, it makes life a lot better. Like the saying goes, how you do anything is how you do everything.